You go to
I think for free.
yeah,
An iPhone for
I just
you.
got one of these. Zoom gave it to me. Highly recommended.
Zoom
But,
gave it to
iQ 5. You hook it up and just little bigger sound range.
So, the show is called described as unscripted.
Yes.
But obviously the producers set up some situations for it.
Yes.
Obviously, Nichelle Nichols just doesn't kind of happen to wander in. So little things like that.
How much input do you guys have in those situations?
Actually, at the beginning of every season, we do throw stuff out there for our production team to go ahead and start the ball rolling for it. And we, like the medieval times, the medieval fair.
Renaissance fair. Renaissance
Yeah,
fair.
that's what I was talking about. That was us. This year, you saw Ernie Hudson hanging out in an ice cream truck. That's been pitched over and over. We wanted to see that so badly that we finally made it work. It was great.
Yeah, Walt Flanagan, basically a genius. So any idea he comes up with and is excited about, it typically works pretty well.
Anything Ming comes up with is pure flatulence. So
Not always.
mostly,
Not always.
He wanted to have us adopt this season. It didn't work out. So we're gonna get like we're gonna get a 7-year-old kid come in.
Don't speak
He's
so,
like slave labor.
don't speak so soon.
I know.
Speaking of that, a lot of reality shows around, this is now season 4 for you guys, start introducing new characters because to keep things fresh.
Right.
So, but you guys aren't, it's kind of a natural situation. So, has there been any talk about bringing somebody new? I know in the first episode, Harley's in it,
Right.
but anybody beyond that?
Yeah, we're gonna get Robbie Rist to come in. He's gonna reprise his role as cousin Oliver. And
I can't believe you know his name.
I do. As a matter of fact, I'm looking around this table, and I bet 3 out of the 6 people knew who Robbie Rist was.
Why would you even
I knew
mention-
who he was, but I knew who you were talking about.
See,
I didn't know his full
we're
name
the
though,
comic
but I knew who it
company.
was.
This is
Right.
where that kind of
You
crap
don't even
knowledge.
know. You didn't know his name. You
works.
just say Cousin Oliver, and everybody knows who he is. You don't need Robbie Rist.
Yeah, but I want to go that extra mile and prove that I'm a geek's geek.
Yeah, I think history has proven that never works. So, I don't think you'll see any huge attempts to make that happen.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Any Ninja Turtles fan is Robert Reese.
See, there you go.
Okay, all right, okay. Fair enough.
So I actually had 4 out of the 6 people sitting here. Thank you.
So what can we expect coming up this season? Other than comics,
a lot of
just a
faces from the
comic.
past.
Yeah.
I think
You'll
yeah.
see some faces from the past, but you also see we've got, as you saw in the sizzle reel that Kevin showed you, the teaser reel. So we've got some heavyweights in the geek community. Adam West is going to come. He's you're going to see some stuff. You're going to see some shit.
Yeah, Adam West and Billy D. Williams were the 2 big ones.
Yeah.
2 of the bigger ones.
So you guys have Adam West, Billy Williams, you had Lou Ferrigno in the past. Is
Yeah.
there anybody you wanted to have on the show that you haven't been able to get in the future?
Yes, actually, there's William Shatner. Love to get Shatner or George Takei.
Do you really want Shatner?
I would love Shatner. Oh my God,
just checking.
Penny Crane. Of course,
Yeah,
I love
I
Shatner.
think
He's here on Sunday.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to be. So,
I'd love to see anyone from Star Wars. I think most of them were all filming Episode
Right.
7. So
Mark Hamill would be great.
Oh,
Carrie
great.
Fisher.
that'd be amazing.
And to answer your unspoken question, yes, Billy D. Williams and Brian do kiss. All right, so
It's
let's
like
get that out of the way.
going back to the well.
Yeah,
going
always
back to the
gotta
well,
go back.
and we're being progressive.
Is that before or after 5 Colt 45s?
Strangely, you should say that.
No.
I don't want to ruin any surprise.
Okay.
Any chance of Batfleck?
No, you kidding?
You know, with the show, you never know. This season, maybe not, but we'll see.
Kevin told us no. Listen to me. He's like, let me dance around this and get your hopes
Hey,
up.
we,
No,
we have,
absolutely.
we have a whole future.
Kevin
ahead of
told us
us, hopefully.
Affleck's off the table. Sorry. Now even Matt Damon's off the table. So.
Conflict Men is a rare reality show that doesn't have a lot of infighting and drama between the people involved. Does that
Have you
happen?
watched our show?
No, he's right.
You guys have fun, but you're not really, you don't yell at each other and hate each other, you know? It's
That's very true.
Now,
I
Everybody
actually,
really yells at Ming though.
Yes.
is there stuff that happens off camera, just situations that occur naturally that they leave out just to keep that tone of that friendly tone on the show?
no, not really.
Oh,
We
yeah,
actually-
we've been doing. I've been getting made fun of by Brian for like 16 years. So I mean,
You're used
built up. Yeah, I built up pretty thick skin to it, and yeah, I mean, we've never had any huge blowouts. I think the worst thing Brian's done in the past year is we've been going to a lot of conventions, and there were a few times he didn't show up unexplained.
Wow.
That was a little frustrating.
Yeah,
you know.
that's a surprise, right?
But in general, you know, you've seen me on the show. I'm a pretty laid back guy. You know, I'm pretty calm about things. So, yeah, not a lot of yelling. I'm actually kind of proud of that. Like, I don't have to get drunk. I don't have to get punched in a bar. Like, you really don't need that. So, and you try to make Jersey look good.
So nobody's going to be snorting coke and burning rare comics.
No,
Well.
no. I mean, you know, season 8.
Listen to him. He's
Yeah.
like definitive.
No, yes, no. That was discussed already.
Ben Affleck will show up, but no, you'll definitely see no cocaine or the things that you want to see.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to see burned rare comics and cocaine use.
Yeah.
And Ming's just shooting me down.
Yeah.
Why is Ming the candidate for that? Nobody else.
I don't know. You tell me, it's personality. I don't
It
know.
might be. You know, I'm the only one open to doing anything. I think so.
Yeah, we would actually make him do the cocaine and burn the comics.
I think I'm happy enough. I don't need cocaine. I'm pretty high energy. As
Oh
it
my
is.
God,
I don't
him on
need
cocaine, you'd be like a hummingbird. You couldn't see his
Oh yeah,
wings.
yeah. Let's not. Yeah, no.
So Ming, is there going to be like another quiz on if you know your comic book knowledge or not? Because
No, I think I've proven that I'm not good at trivia, and I will never chew another gumball again for the rest of my life. I think I've chewed up enough.
You have to
Yeah,
have 3 teeth extracted.
yeah. Walt Flanagan is a board game show host though, so he's. I don't know what it is. He loves. He won't participate, but he'll come up with these wacky game shows, and he'll host them to see us all fail.
Yes.
But he'll never participate.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of failure this year.
It is weird though. I think the kid was sick. I think he was sick a lot when he was a kid. And you know, when you're sick, you watch TV, and when you watch TV, what comes out early in the morning is, you know, Price is Right, you know, Match Game, Let's Make a Deal. I think you watched a lot of that as a kid.
Yeah, it was the 70s and 80s kids.
Yeah.
Now, you guys at the store regularly besides shooting?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, when customers come in, are they disappointed when the cameras aren't rolling?
No, they're actually more freaked out than we actually work there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think
So we had people come in and say, we came down here on the off chance that one of you might be here, but Walt and I are there every day, Monday through Friday, and we alternate Saturdays. So
yeah, basically all the time.
all the time.
But yeah, all these other shows that take place in the store, those guys are
other
never there.
shows, like shows out of Las Vegas, maybe, that the guys don't actually work at. So.
I don't see the point.
Keeping it
I don't see
real.
the point. Just keep it real.
And you know what? I have bills to pay.
Exactly.
People are like, you really work here? I'm like, yeah, you gonna pay my mortgage for me?
Do you have a problem with people coming in just to see you and not buying comics? Like, and like they
I
can't.
have a huge problem with that.
No, but, like,
let
they
this
can't
go
get
out
in.
throughout the land. You come into Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash, you best be dropping some coin.
Right.
I just want that out there.
Typically, they'll buy
Noted.
something. At least they'll walk out with something. So.
are we going to see any debates over the Batman versus Superman?
I think that's pretty much all we do. on
Yeah,
the
you'll
show.
see some stuff
You'll see
like
a
that,
lot of debates.
Yeah, nothing too, fisticuffy.
Overall, what did you think about the teaser?
Of our teaser?
I mean, the teaser of
Batman Superman. Oh, I think Affleck's gonna crush it.
Yeah, we're a little
he-
biased,
yeah.
I guess.
You're biased?
Well, I used to work for the guy way back before I worked with Kevin, and he's kind of a friend of the family. So
Dude, he fired you.
I got laid off.
Fired you.
I didn't get fired. I got laid off. There's a difference.
I'm sorry. In
There's
the
a difference.
21st century, being laid off is much better than being fired. So you're actually sitting around waiting for him to call you back. Ming, we need you again. I'm there.
It could happen.
Screw off, comic book
It
man.
could happen. It could
When he
happen.
comes in at the end of the season, he's going to show up and take
Yes.
them away.
Yes. That's an
On a
excellent.
cloud of cocaine
Yeah.
and burnt their comic
We'll
books.
how do you spell your last name? We'll put it on the credits at the end of that episode.
And gumballs, yeah.
Have you guys ever think about like chaining Jay and Silent Bob's, like doing one in
Franchising,
Denver?
you mean?
You know,
We tried
maybe open up a head
that.
shop?
There was one in Los Angeles on the West Coast. It was on the campus at UCLA. It was run by Brian Johnson, oddly enough.
Yes.
Part of the reason it's not there anymore. Just
Yeah,
part.
that's-
The rising rents at the West Coast was the other part. But
And the other part is that he had minions. Brian had minions.
Yeah, they were homeless.
Brian had minions. I was going to leave out the homeless part.
No.
Brian had minions
Yeah.
doing his bidding around Westwood.
Minions aren't bad.
Minions
No.
aren't bad, but there's something sinister about having minions. So
Yeah,
Brian had
he
minions.
hired them off the street. They were homeless people. So not usually. You go through an interview process. You check W-4s and all that. Nah, he skipped all that.
So it's better to have lackeys.
Minions. Not lackeys.
Honestly,
But it's better to have lackeys.
Honestly, it'd be tough to have
Not
a-
so sinister.
It's better to have henchmen.
Oh, henchmen.
Henchmen are much better than minions.
You're more loyal?
I am much.
I think it'd be tough to have another staff without Walt Flanagan. To be perfectly honest with you, that guy runs a store like, it's like.
I'm sitting right here.
Yes, well, without you, but it's Walt runs it like his life depends on it. So
It's just
Hey,
tough
Walt,
to be
did you feel
jealous
that?
every week.
yeah, it'd be
Bill
tough.
Ming's nose up there?
It'd be tough to have not to have him run the store.
So you up for that control?
Oh, hell yeah, now. Is it on my IMDb page? Because that would be awesome. I go home and I look up my IMDb page and that Moose Jaws. Undisclosed role. Because that'll work.
And since you guys are sort of knee-deep in the trenches of the comic book industry, I mean, this has nothing to do with the show, but what do you think about digital comics and the threat to, like, comic book stores?
I don't think there's any threat.
Okay.
I think that I have digital comics, but I also have hard copies. I have physical copies because there's no way that a Hulk 181 on your iPad is going to fetch quite as much as an actual physical Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Or get your heart beating the same.
Yeah,
But
there's a certain amount of love that goes into what we do as comic book collectors, comic book geeks, comic book whatever you want to call us. For me, it's the smell, it's the letters pages, it's the old ads, like the Hostess Twinkie ads.
Yeah.
You don't get those in the digital comics. You don't get all those. Did you know that George R. R. Martin had a letter printed in a Fantastic Four very early on?
That's
Did you know
amazing.
that?
Did not.
I knew that because they reprinted the letters pages in the omnibus of the Fantastic Four. Very big. He was at the beginning of the Marvel Age of Comics.
But do you think younger generations are going to have that same sort of appreciation that you just expressed?
I think that they will. I think I think there's some genetic code in a certain amount of young kids that gets their heart beating faster. They connect with comic books on some level, and the actual physical copies.
Yeah, I think especially kids, they want to walk out with something
Yeah.
in their hands.
You can get anything downloaded. You can download a book, but a book has a personality.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, digital's great for convenience. So when you're about to take off on that flight, it's like, oh my god, the newest issue of Amazing Spider-Man came out. Like, bam.
Or at 3 o'clock in the morning, you're like, holy crap, what? The Avengers fought Count Nefaria in what issue? And you go and you're like, oh, there it is. I want to read that. And boom, you can download it right there.
Okay.
So I think that the immediacy is really cool, but having the physical copy and going on that quest for that copy, I think that's the key.
You're currently you and Brian do a podcast together.
I'm sorry, what?
You and Brian do a podcast
No,
together?
me and Ming.
Yes.
Oh, it's you and Ming. I'm sorry.
Yes, that's right.
Called,
He sells.
Helen-
I sell comics. Tell him
Yeah,
Steve Davis, those two guys,
Brian
and
Wall
Brian
have
Quinn.
one.
Brian Q. Quinn from Impractical Jokers, not to throw another network.
Okay. So other than the guys you're doing the podcast now, what other projects are you guys working on?
We're working on a book and record comic that's going to be Kickstarter funded. We're also working on it with Dana Lechtenberg, who does a lot of stuff for the Nerdist Network.
Right.
So that's going to be something that I'm almost finished the script for. Should be camera ready by the end of October.
Sweet.
Ming and I were hitting the con circuit with Ryan. That's a lot of fun. You can see us,
All over the country,
All over the
hopefully the world. And just podcasts. A lot of podcasts.
podcasts.
So many podcasts. Great.
Have you ever they set the line up for you guys, customers? Have anybody come in that you just haven't been able to air because it's going wrong?
Yeah, we do a whole bunch of. We do 90 transactions, and in the season,
Yeah, we do more than we need.
60. we'll get 60 on, but there's a whole bunch of transactions that don't make it. So, and for whatever reason, we didn't pop with the person, or the item wasn't that interesting.
All right, thanks.
You got it.
Thank you.